welcome to my channel. My name is Harmony. So today I'm back with another video. So I'll be sharing tips on how to prepare for your interview. You know, you prepare your CV, you send that CV to the relevant recruiter or future employer, and you've gotten good news, feedback to say that you have to attend an interview. So how do you prepare? So because I'm your girl and I'm here to plug you, please watch this video until the end. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I post. Comment below if you have any suggestions or topics that you feel like I should speak about on my next video. I will go through all the comments, and thank you so much for the support. I'm really happy about this channel and I hope it's really changing lives out there. So let's get into it. So when you have an interview and you got that call that you have to prepare for an interview, you have to come to a certain place at a certain time, please go back to the job advert or to the email that you had sent, but go back mainly to the job advert so that you can look at the job specifications to refresh your mind, especially if you're applying to many jobs. Don't just up and go to the interview without checking the advert, what the position entails, because they might ask you questions that are in relation to that, but because you didn't go back to the job advert, you didn't study any of the specifications or what is required. So go back to the advert, find the advert, or find the email. If you can't find the advert, find the email that you had sent and applied with, so that you can get a clue of what was required when you had applied. Because I know, like, you can apply to so many companies, then when you get a call, now you're wondering which company is calling. Another tip, every time you apply, you can write down the company names of where you applied to, and then also the position that you're applying for, so that it can be easier for you, especially when you get calls, to refer to your list of companies that you had applied for, and then to check which one, which position you applied for. And then also when you get that call, it's very important that you thank them for the interview and confirm that you will be there, and ask them to send an email with the details of the company where you're supposed to go. Because sometimes you see people saying, no, I got called for an interview but I don't know where to go. No, just tell them when they call to say, no, please send me an email so that I can get the address, and also tell me what is required of me, what should I bring along with me. So that's perfectly fine. Please don't be scared, do that. Okay, so when it comes to an interview and you have to prepare for it, it's very important that you have your notebook, because you have to make notes in advance so that you can practice. And then also, when I was in varsity, I made this, I printed this PDF. It's like a PDF, I don't know if you can see because it's white. So I'm just trying to bring it closer to the camera of the phone so that you can see, but it's white. So I'm not sure if it's clear because I'm using my phone and I can't see the screen. So it's how to answer 64 toughest interview questions. So these are interview questions, so they give you examples on how to answer them. So they have questions such as, tell me about yourself, what are your greatest strengths, greatest weaknesses, tell me something that you did or you failed to do that you have now feel a little ashamed of, why are you leaving, or did you leave your positions. So it has questions like that. So I printed this when I was still in varsity, I think my final year, and I was starting to apply for jobs now. Actually, I was starting to apply for interviews. So I had printed this as to serve as a guide to me, because I didn't know what was expected of me, especially being new in corporate, applying, not knowing what kind of questions they will ask. So I did make notes. Every time there was a question, I'd make notes on it, and then also I'd make notes on my notebook, so that if maybe like I'm practicing a question, tell me about yourself, I write it down in my own way, how I would answer it. I would make a breakdown on what exactly do they want when they ask a question like, tell us about yourself. And well, so far it has helped me, because every time I have prepared for an interview, I am more calm. And then also my nerves, they don't show. I'm able to control my nerves, and then I'm more confident because I have practiced. I know the questions that will be asked. Obviously you won't know all the questions, but at least you have prepared, so that even when there is a question that comes off guard and you didn't prepare for it, but because you prepared and you know how to answer certain questions, you are able to think fast and then on the spot give an answer. Even though sometimes you are not sure, some questions are to test if you can think out of the box. So just think out of the box, be confident with your answer, give an explanation why you're giving that particular answer so that they can understand. Do not be nervous, because once you are nervous and you start panicking, you might go blank even on questions that you know. So that's what I do. I write notes. I prepare in advance. Prepare in advance. Don't do it a few hours before or the night before. Now you are panicking. You go on social media, guys, I have an interview. How do I prepare for such an interview? No, don't do that. Have your notes. You can find this on Google. You can find questions on Google or also on YouTube. There are questions. You can ask a certain question and then you'll find it. Another thing, when you prepare for an interview, research about that particular company that you are going to. Research about it, when it was started, who's the owner, what is happening there, what do they do. Because you might be surprised, you go to an interview, they ask you, what do you know what our company does, and you're like, no, I don't know. How? You should have done the research. So do research, know what the company that you applied for does, how long it's been there, who's the CEO. Just know the values, whatever their mission. Just know those things just in case they ask you about those particular things. And then also make sure that your personality shines through. Not that get ufihle kwa uphape ube all over. No, just make sure that your personality shines through. When you answer questions, answer them with confidence. When they ask you, tell us about yourself. My name is Harmony. Usually, mostly when they ask me this question, tell us about yourself, I tell them who I am. Obviously my name is Harmony. I usually tell them no, okay, sorry. I usually tell them my name, obviously, even though they know and they have my CV. I just have to introduce myself again. It's like a platform to introduce myself again. I introduce myself. My name is Harmony. I also give a background on why I chose the current career or career path that I am in, what inspired me. I also emphasize on the subjects that I had chosen in primary and high school that led me to doing this particular course that prepared me for my career path. So I do mention those kind of things. I know sometimes they want you to get personal, like they want to know your parents, like how many siblings you have. So it depends from company to company. So usually I just try and keep it as professional as possible. But then you might find they ask you how many siblings do you have, what do you like doing for fun. So those things are also important for you to know and be prepared should they ask you a question that is out of the ordinary. They ask you, where do you want to see yourself in 5 years? I want to see myself having grown in my career. I want to see myself in a management position. So those kind of things are very important, that you practice, practice, practice. Go to the mirror, practice. I know it will be like you are studying again, but that's the thing, you are studying because you are going there to present yourself, you are going there to sell yourself. There will be other candidates there also. Remember that you are not alone. So better prepare. That thing of sleeping and going to an interview without knowing anything, no, it has to stop. You have to be prepared. No matter how many interviews you've been to, please prepare, do your research. Don't act like you know it, because sometimes you might find that because you didn't prepare and someone prepared better than you, they go there, they score that interview, they get that job, and then now you asking yourself, but why didn't I get the job? I have the qualifications. Sometimes it's just the preparation. You need to go an extra mile. Prepare yourself. Don't just go there without having done your research. Don't just go there without knowing what the company does. So do your research, prepare, write down everything that you're going to, that you think they might ask. If you are confused about how to answer questions, go to Google. Google is your friend. Print out questions. I've printed this. I use this. I've used it for years. As you can see, I've used it for years. It has been working for me. So you can also go to Google and download maybe interview questions PDF. Maybe you might find something like this, because that's what I did. I just like to play around with words. If I'm confused about something, I go to Google and I research on that particular thing. Or also, if you have joined groups on Facebook or on social media that post jobs on a daily basis, they also share interview tips. They give guidance on how to answer these questions. So it's very important that you use whatever you have to your advantage. And then also another thing, you pray. You pray before you start practicing. When you're done practicing, you pray in the morning. Go through, like, just what do you call, just revise a bit in the morning to just also calm your nerves. Pray before the interview. And then another thing that you can do is prepare whatever you're going to wear the day before. Prepare whatever you're going to wear the day before. Don't do everything in the morning. Now you're rushing, you're starting to panic. No, prepare everything the day before, so that when you sleep, you know that everything is ready. I just need to wake up, bath, brush my teeth, get dressed, and then get ready for the interview. So that's it. Before you go into the interview, be positive. Think positive thoughts that, you know what, I'm going to get this job. If this job is mine, I'm going to get it. Like, be positive. Pray in your heart that, you know what, the nerves, for God to take away the nerves. So those things are important. I hope those tips were very helpful. That's what I wanted to share with you today. Thank you very much for the love. Thank you for the support. Remember to hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I post. Hit the like button, comment below so that I can see if you have any suggestions, any questions, or any comments. I'll go through them, and then in the next video, hopefully, if you have any suggestions, I will make a video about them. So thank you very much, guys. Until next time, bye.